y'all, welcome back to Sending with Ashley. I'm not crying, I just yawned. So anyway, hello. I would like to do a collective reading quick with the Light Seers Tarot. And not too long, because I am probably gonna fall asleep soon. But I got a lot of work done. I just uploaded a Wake Bake and Make about that. By the time you're seeing this, that one will be uploaded. I just pushed up. Oh, that hair looks interesting. Oh, fuck. Okay. Oh, hello. It's 8:53. That's my time for my father. Hello, Dad. He was born in August of 1953. That is why. And it's also 8/8. Why? Numerology. 16 boils down to a 7, which Niall was born on the 7th. Anyway, hi, welcome. We have 3 of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles. Ooh, the 6 of Pentacles is on the bottom. So that's a progression of team collaboration, networking, judgment, the Fool, the Emperor. The Ace of Swords, the Sun, protect what you're, Jesus, I have to take all of this. Ooh, the Empress at the bottom of the deck. Whatever you're creating, which is what I was going to say, I'm going to pull her because we got the Emperor too. This could be about love. Oh shit, the Lovers, but it's in reverse, but I don't really do reversals in this deck, so this could be about love. I had a really intense dream last night. I don't know who that was, but we made out. So, hey. I was like, oh, this is fun. I've been celibate for like 7 years, so it was a fun dream. Alright, we have the Knight of Cups, which is a love offer. 5 of Swords. We have the 5 of Swords, 5 of Cups, which is a little bit of lack mentality. We have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the King of Pentacles. We have a lot of Pentacles. King of Cups and King of Pentacles. And the 8 of Pentacles, which is hard as work. Page of Cups. Page of Cups and Knight of Cups. Damn. There's a lot of cup energy here. A lot of emotions. Okay, so we're starting with the 3 of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles, which I always caution about the 3 of Pentacles, but I was also triangulated my entire life. So I'm a little biased in the cautionary tales of triangulation, which does occur with 3 people. You can actually see the triangle in the card. So anyway, perhaps you were working with people who were not, they didn't have your best interest, and it got you into this 4 of Pentacle energy, which was like, I need to hold on tighter to like my shit. Been there, done that also. But then we have the Judgment and the Fool coming. So whatever happened in the past, you're being encouraged to allow the universe to guide you and to take a leap of faith in your desired space. What followed those were the Emperor. So the Emperor energy is about bringing things into fruition. The Emperor is the one who drives the Chariot card of the Major Arcana. So fast movement, masculine energy. But the Emperor isn't just masculine energy. This is an energy that has graduated all of the suits. So this is a masculine energy. Your masculine energy is the doing energy. Action. Expansion. I'm getting compassion, perhaps. Not in our society. But anyway, we're talking about the emperor, not just like a masculine energy. Oh, did you hear that? I got like cussed out. That's what that was. Okay. Anyway, the emperor, the emperor. Damn. I'm embarrassed because I just got like cussed out and spoke it as a channel. Okay, so the emperor is compassionate, all right, and accompanies the empress in whatever it is that she is also creating, gestating, nurturing. So these two together, I mean, this is the highest royalty in the entire tarot. Slightly behind that would be the Hierophant and the High Priestess, but again, these two are higher than that. So they come after the Fool and the Magician, and one other card. Is it the Hierophant? I'm not sure. They're cards number 3 and 4 of the Major Arcana, and the Major Arcana goes from 0 to 21, I believe. Anyway, we have... So, regardless of what happened in the past, regardless of past connections, I had a very satisfying interaction this week. I'm reclaiming my... this is a small town, and I know people... I've been blacklisted, especially by the Mormons, but I've also set really intense boundaries, because this town is full of, like, Bible-loving people who lie and are really selfish and, like, two-faced. So I've had to set some really intense boundaries, and I know that that has gone around town in certain circles. One of those people was at an event at the teen center this past week or last week, and got to witness an interaction I had with the mayor. And that was really satisfying to me. It wasn't something like the literal crossing of paths in time was superb for when you've, like, you know, when you've had to set a boundary and it, like, ruined a relationship. I know that this woman was like, yeah, she took the boundary as an attack, and it ruined our relationship, and we had been, like, getting really close, so that sucked. But also, it was really satisfying this week. So anyway, that was, like, my 3 of Pentacles moment, just sharing in case you've had a similar moment. The triangulation was chef's kiss. It was absolutely perfect. Because it let her know that, like, that didn't stop me. Like, I just pivoted and got other things going for myself, right? So that situation with that woman did put me in this 4 of Pentacles energy, where I not only felt like I was being betrayed, but I also knew that my name was being, like, dragged. Because, you know, you can tell in a small town, people look at you weird, and people just talk. So 8 of Pentacles energy is coming through. This is, like, no matter what, like, we have this Fool and Judgment. So the Judgment is a reminder, right? Let the universe take care of that. Anytime we, like, lower ourselves to I don't know, validate yourselves, or, you know, if you stoop to someone's level, I'm a habitual having to take the high road, right? Not because I want to, but because I know it's easy to do, and eventually judgment will be called, right? So in this situation, I just kept my head down, right? 8 of Pentacles energy. I don't want to be centering myself, but I'm just sharing as it relates to you. This is real life energy we're talking about, right? So whatever it is that you've been through, whatever kind of betrayal, maybe it wasn't even a betrayal, probably. But I feel like the right people are coming in. But it could have left you in a space of, you know, in your head. You know, I had to go through that a lot in the past 2 years. I was, like, you know, focused on the one thing, or all of the things that I've lost, but not the one thing that was going well. And it was the one thing that was going well was my consistency. I mean, among other things. But showing up. And then this 5 of Sword energy, overthinking, allowing yourself to kind of make up narratives. Again, like, you know, oh, I bet this person, you know, like, thinking about in my situation, in the example that I shared with that woman, thinking about other networks that she may have dragged me through, right? That could have led to, and it did at one point, but I would let it go pretty early on. It wasn't really something that bothered me too long. I'm having to set really firm boundaries in my life at this point. And I think we all should be. I mean, I'm at a totally different place in my journey than a lot of people, but boundaries are definitely a lesson. But I was raised within a codependent model and then like blamed for that and then like completely discarded. So that was my relationship with my mother. And it led me to an abusive marriage. It led me through that, right? It was not cool. So anyway, I'm sharing all of that because when we allow ourselves to feel defeated by others outside of us, we really do ourselves a disservice. We can just take that stuff as a lesson, right? We can just take those as lessons. We can pivot. We can learn how to place our boundaries. I don't really care how I'm perceived. Maybe that's something that you guys are working on. We do have the Ace of Swords and the Sun here, which is like happiness within your own world. Like this Ace of Sword energy is like mental clarity. So like mental clarity about what it is that you want to create and then taking the steps to make it happen is what this is really about, right? So regardless of what other people are saying about you or talking about or doing or whatever, remaining in this unbothered King of Pentacles and King of Cups energy, staying balanced in your emotions and staying busy in your physical. Remember, Pentacles aren't just about money. In fact, they're very rarely about money. Abundance is the form of everything, right? The universe is abundant. The earth is abundant. Your ideas are abundant. Your materials are abundant. Your skills, your talents, right? All of these things are leading you to this. So anytime you're feeling challenged or betrayed or, you know, any sort of negative energy, either within yourself or you've let it seep deep enough into your own energy that it's affecting you, right? You're starting to go back into old patterns of negative self-talk or whatnot. Focus on what you can do to find balance to your emotions. I know these are both represented by masculines in the card, which is fine because this is about action, honestly. It's about taking action to remain balanced so that you can birth your creations through you. Not necessarily humans, in fact, probably not to the people I'm talking to, maybe. But I'm mostly talking more about these ideas, right? So other people who wanted to take your ideas, other people who took credit for your ideas, other people who never gave you credit, things like that, situations like that. You know how many moon cycles you've been working. You know what you're doing. You know what you've been through. And that's what the universe is asking you to do, is trust in your own movement so much that you're like doing a trust fall with yourself and the universe, right? Like you can't fuck it up once you get to a certain point. You just can't. So yeah, maybe you feel like you are in a space of transition and you're still waiting on your roots or like the things that you've rooted to kind of bloom. I know I'm in that space too. I'm working really hard and I would like to see different results. I mean, not necessarily different, but I mean, it's coming. But like, around my birthday when I had my haircut, I was yapping to her about how I'm like, I wish I had more reciprocity. Like I'm giving so much and, you know, I'm offering so much and a lot of people aren't taking me up on my offers. And I just wish that I could have more community. And since my birthday, which was not even a month ago, I've found more people aligned. I've been given opportunities. The very thing I spoke, is happening, right? It's happening. Even just that moment last week, getting that passing, energy, that was very satisfying. And it was kind of like a chapter end, and I really appreciate my haircut lady because she's super magical, I can tell. But we talked about that. But the things I spoke to her, even I spoke to her about that situation, and it just, yeah, I don't know. It's justice, right? This judgment card. Keep yourself light, right? Don't serve your own justice. Just don't. I mean, if the situation is severe enough, then yes, absolutely. You know, I have a bitch stick and I will pull it out if need be, but I usually just let the universe take care of shit. Because mostly I don't want to reincarnate again. I'm trying to be really good. Anyway, okay, we have the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So I mean, love is on the table, but this could talk about maybe this page to Knight energy is this natural progression, and then we immediately have the King of Cups as well. So this is about finding your balance, right? This Page of Cup energy is more flighty, right? There's this little pig with wings on the card. So it's like, oh yeah, I'll be able to be emotionally balanced when pigs fly, right? Like maybe this is something that you've just been through so much that you were like, okay, what's gonna happen now, right? Waiting for the next shoe to drop. But you're getting offers, right? You're getting offers of love, and either from yourself, the universe, or by putting people in your path, or supporting you with love. It could be love, right? You could be getting a love offer. He does have chucks on, and like a hippie, or not a hippie, a hipster hat, and some roses, right? So it's like coffee shop, dude, or like brewery, dude. Anyway, I'm thinking of Prescott. So anyway, this is a progression. So you feel like things are getting more balanced within your emotional state, which is great. That's good. I apologize for sharing so much. I don't really have people to talk to. I talk to you guys. So I hope that when I use examples from my life, it's not like taking over the entire reading. That's not my intention, but that could possibly be the impact. I do usually watch my readings back, but I don't know. I'm a channel, so it just happens. Alright, we're going to read from the Cosmic Energy Oracle, and then we'll do a couple affirmations. Oh my god, I need to get another Mod Podge. I'll pull affirmations from these. But I need to get another one of these because it's like the best massage brush. Look how big it is. Like, I like to rub my arms before I go to sleep, and this is just, oh my god, it's so nice. Look at it. Anyway, I need to buy more. It's a Mod Podge brush. I fucking love that thing. And it will probably never get used for Mod Podge, so I will buy another one for that, but okay. Anyway, we'll pull our affirmations from there. Okay. What does the Cosmos? Oh, Cosmo, my dog. Niall keeps throwing this shit around. I don't know what kind of beef he has with this. This is my paper for when I do the magnetic lyrics. Constantly moving that shit. It wasn't even on the board. By the way, I did make a whole new set of magnetic lyrics, 3 pages worth, and I talked about that in the week Big Make. We got Bob Marley, Prophets of Rage, Public Enemy, System of a Down, Bob Dylan, The Killers, Lupe Fiasco, Black Eyed Peas, oh, that's the one I forgot in the week Big Make, Flaming Lips, Modest Mouse, who else? I don't know, we get a lot of good lyrics though. Okay. Inspiration. Inspiration is everywhere. Capture your ideas. So yeah, again, speaking on that, Empress energy, making sure that you're staying emotionally stable enough to get ideas and not having to react to what's going on around you. Adventure. Did I start talking about angels and airwaves in this? I don't know. The Adventure is an Angels and Airwaves song, and you should listen to it. Adventure is the path to new worlds. Angels and Airwaves is one of Tom DeLonge's projects. Release past burdens and embrace new beginnings. Again, letting this Three of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles energy go. Grace is the universe's blessing. Open your heart to receiving it. Again, speaking to this Fool energy and judgment. That's what grace is. Alright. Nurture others and also yourself. And let's get one more. Hope. Hope is the beam of light in the darkness. This Sun energy. Again, this Ace of Swords and Sun energy. The light. Keeping your light. Alright. I'm kind of in this dance with the universe at this point where I'm just like completely surrendered to the outcome. I'm like, whatever. Like last week when I thought I had rabies because my cat bit me, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna die. Like, okay, this is how I'm going. Okay, I don't have rabies. Thank God. But okay. I think it takes a lot of healing to get to that point, right? But think about it, especially in these times of war. Think about it. I mean, thinking about death is an important part of healing. Making sure that you're living in your authenticity, right? Like, if I were to leave the planet, would I be happy with my life? Or would there be things that I wish I would have done differently? And then that's the point that you actually start living. When you start to choose differently, and live for your future self, right? Like, I'm gonna show up for me so that you can be satisfied with life, right? Alright, I am thankful for my awesome circle of friends. And maybe that's you and like animals and trees. Me too. And like dead people. I now create outstanding rapport with other people quickly and easily. This is a great song. Song by Brighton. I thought it was called King versus Queen, but it's called We Chose the King. And the line in this song that I love the most is, in all this chaos, we found safety. I am taking massive action to create change in my life. That is this Emperor and Empress energy. So, don't worry. I mean, bad shit's gonna come and go. I mean, it's life, you know? Birds shit on, like, the trees. Do you think the trees like being shit on? I don't know. They probably get nutrients from it, but still. Shit happens. I surround myself with people who lift me higher. There's a typo on that. It says, I surround myself with people who life me higher. Alright. I'm laughing because I'm high. Okay. People appreciate what I do and say. And one more. Eek. I dream and I dream big. Have a good one, y'all.